It's a beautiful day and a beautiful day for some more Reddit stories, and I hope you guys are excited. I'm definitely excited. I'm not going to waste any time. The first one that we're going to read is called Am I the A-hole for telling my boyfriend that I won't be following his family's traditions? Me, 21 female, and my boyfriend, let's call him Alex, 23 male, have been dating for about 3 years now. We've recently began talking about marriage and kids, something that we both eventually want to have. The other day, a reel popped up on my For You page of cute boy names, and I saw the name Everett. I thought it was adorable, and I jokingly told him how it has to be our firstborn's name. He laughed and said that he liked it, but it'll have to wait for the second kid. I was confused and I asked him why. He told me that his family has a tradition that every firstborn boy in the family has the same name. What? His oldest brother has it, his uncle has it, his grandfather has it, and so on. For the sake of privacy and how oddly unique the name is, I'm not going to say it. I'm not judging in the slightest, but this is a weird name, and it's honestly not my favorite. I would never say that to any of his family members, but I did tell Alex I'm not a huge fan of it. Oh my god, OP's boyfriend. So unbelievably casual about it. Like, oh yeah, our family does have this tradition where we do have to name our firstborn son the same name. Of course you're not going to want to do that, OP. I told him that I don't really want to follow those footsteps, and he got upset and told me that he can't be the one to break the tradition. He told me that I was being an a-hole for suggesting anything else. I told him that I'm not going to change my mind, and we should make it a middle name or find another compromise. Alex has 5 siblings. The tradition will continue if he doesn't do it, and frankly, I think I should get a say in what I name my kid. Of course you should, OP. What are we even reading? I told him since I'm the one carrying the hypothetical child for 9 months, and it would already be getting Alex's last name, I should have some say in the first name. For context, I've got 2 siblings, both girls. I'm the youngest and my elder sisters are both married and took their husband's last name. It makes me a little bit sad that when I marry Alex, my last name's going to go out of existence. I have talked to him about hyphenating ours, something that he doesn't want to do. But anyway, I really don't want to name our firstborn son, if we ever even have a boy, that name. He thinks I'm whining for no reason. No reason. Oh my god. Since we don't even have a kid yet and I'm not pregnant, but I think my concerns are valid. Of course they are. I've told some friends about it and most of them think I'm overreacting over something that doesn't even exist yet. That's not the point. So am I the a-hole for telling my boyfriend I don't want to follow his family's tradition? Not even a little bit. And what do you mean you're worrying about something that might not even happen? So what, when it does happen, it's gonna get sprung on you in the moment? I'm pretty sure this is something you're gonna want to talk about before it happens. Like, yeah, just so you know, if we ever do have a boy, we have to name the boy this exact name that you don't even like. The audacity. Screw your boyfriend's family's tradition. It's bloody ridiculous anyway. Well, like, I shouldn't say screw their tradition, but it's perfectly okay that you're not happy about the tradition, OP, and definitely don't go along with it just because you feel like you have to. You don't have to. And also, you said Alex has 5 other siblings. Imagine if everybody in the family has a boy. They're all gonna, what, have the same name? Are you joking? Is this like a Simpsons episode or something? In reality, that's not cute. Imagine all 5 siblings have boys. Then what, they're all named Billy or something? This is hilarious. Yeah, like this comment says, not the a-hole. It's a tradition in your and most families that the kids have a unique name chosen by their parents. Why would his tradition be more important than yours? Why would he unilaterally choose a name? Also, if you want, you can keep your last name. Yeah, that is such a good point. Why the hell is this all up to you, dude? And also, like this comment says, great conversation to have before marriage and kids. You get to decide if this is a deal breaker for you. What other subjects does he believe that you've got no say in? Yeah, what are you doing, dude? Oh yeah, so we're gonna have a baby together, but my family tradition gets to decide their name? No, it doesn't. That's so funny too. I'm imagining like a family barbecue or something, and there's like 25 family members who have all got the same name. Like, how hilarious. Also, like this comment says, not the a-hole. This needs to be worked out now and not later when you're already married or pregnant. Yeah, like this attitude of, oh, you're overreacting, don't worry about it now, from OP's boyfriend and also from OP's friends. Like, I'm pretty sure it would be better to talk about this now than later. And the boyfriend said that OP was whining for no reason. You call this whining? Yeah, and this attitude that OP doesn't even have a say in this. Yeah, the top comment, the issue isn't the name. The issue is your boyfriend's attitude toward you having ideas that differ from his. He dismisses your wants and then puts his family's tradition ahead of you. To him, it's not even a discussion. You give 2 examples of him being inflexible, your last name and a baby name. I'll bet you can think of other incidents that fit that pattern too. It's a glimpse into your future. Are you sure you want the rest of your life to look like this? Yeah, that's right. Like that comment said, like it's not even a question. And to him, it's not even a discussion. Yeah, that is scary. And if this is his attitude, I don't know why you'd want to have a baby with him anyway. Post number 2 says, am I the a-hole for locking the car door and saying that my husband will never drive my car again. My husband has a terrible habit of leaving keys in the car. He claims that he started doing it after he lost his keys on a few occasions, and it was just easier to know where they'd be. I've told him before that it's a really bad idea, and I have encouraged him to stop. I got him those little tags that'll tell you where you left your keys. He continued to do it until he ended up getting his car stolen. Insurance barely paid enough for him to get a new car, and it wasn't anywhere near as nice as the other. I thought that he'd learned his lesson as he seemingly stopped leaving the keys behind. His car was getting serviced one day, so I let him borrow my car. I get a notification on the app a little while later telling me that my car was unlocked. Thinking maybe my husband just forgot to lock it himself, I tried calling him to go get the keys, but he didn't answer his phone. So I locked the door using the app. A couple of hours after, I get a frantic call from my husband saying that he can't get into the car. I ask him where the keys are. He says that he left him in the car and must have locked the door accidentally. I told him that I locked the door using the app. I then tried to unlock it, but it took a few minutes as the app wasn't working. Finally, the door got unlocked and my husband could get the keys. He returned home not long after, mad at me for locking the door and saying that it's my fault that this happened. Wow. Blaming you. I said it was his fault for leaving the keys in the car, and he should not have done that. When I asked why he did it, he said that he was afraid of losing my keys. Why would he lose the keys? Hold them in your hand. It's not that hard. I said that I have a backup set of keys, which he also knows about. I care more about the car. And yeah, it's got a tracker on it, and I've got insurance, but that doesn't mean that I want to put myself in a situation where it's going to go missing. I said going forward, he's not allowed to use my car. I make the payments out of my own account, just as he pays his car with his own money. And at this point, he can't be trusted. If he needs a ride, I'll drive him, or he can use a rideshare. My husband is calling me petty and saying that I'm being over dramatic, but I really don't think I am, given that he's continuing to make the same mistakes as before. Yeah, and he had his car stolen because of this, but he still continues to do it. What is the issue? Yeah, this comment, he thinks his weaponized incompetence magically makes him competent. What the f? Not the a-hole. The comment above that says, not the a-hole. Your husband's a moron. Men have pockets. Put the key in your pocket. Problem solved. He's lazy. The comment above that says, not the a-hole. Has he learned of a keychain? A lanyard? How the hell are you over dramatic when his idiocy got his own car stolen? He'd rather lose an entire car than a damn pair of keys? Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense. I feel like we're on the stories about Kevin subreddit. And also, why would he be losing his keys? It's not that easy to lose them. If I was your husband and I felt like I couldn't even trust myself not to lose your keys, I'd hang on to them and I wouldn't let them go until I got back to the car. Oh no, I accidentally lost the keys again. Like, the answer to this is not to leave the keys in the car. And he even had his own car stolen because he did that, but he still continues to do it. That is absolutely stupid behavior. Of course you're not being over dramatic, OP. He hasn't learned his lesson, and by the sounds of it, he's not going to. Yeah, like this comment says, not the a-hole. Petty how? His car got stolen, and he still didn't learn his lesson. Okay, I've had a little bit of a look over the next one that we're gonna read, and I'm already nervous, and we haven't even started it. It's called, Am I the a-hole for how I reacted when my niece announced that she was engaged? I, 33 male, have a pretty big age difference with my brother, 44 male. He had a child at 25, which means that I became an uncle at 14. Because we were pretty close in age, I formed a special bond with my niece Ella, now 18 female. When she was 16, my brother and his family moved away, so I've been seeing them less recently, but we do keep in touch and we catch up at family events. Last year at Christmas, my niece told me that she had a boyfriend and told me a little bit about him, but I didn't know the guy. He was invited for Easter and a couple of other events, but was never able to make it. When we started to plan our mother's birthday, my brother decided to invite Ella's boyfriend so that we could all meet him. Yesterday was the birthday and I was looking forward to meeting Mark, Ella's boyfriend, but I was very confused when I saw her walk in with a man that looked double her age. Spoiler alert, he is. She introduced him to me and I politely smiled but was deep down very concerned. I went to my brother and I asked how old Mark was, and he told me that Mark is 36, so literally double Ella's age. Wait a second, so how old's Ella? 18. Ella is 18 and dating a 36-year-old. That's revolting. She had told me that he was a bit older, but I assume like early to mid-20s, not almost 40. That's when they called us into the living room to share exciting news. Ella showed us a ring and revealed that they were engaged. I just said, what the f***? And everybody turned around and looked at me like I was crazy. I told them they were out of their minds if they thought this was normal, that there was no world in which a 30-something should date an 18-year-old, and that she should not be getting married. All of them accused me of ruining Ella's happiness. Some of them even said that I was jealous of Mark, which is so disgusting I can't even explain it. I mean, I'm younger than Mark, but never in a million years would I ever consider dating somebody younger than 25. They told me it was perfectly legal as they were both adults, which isn't true because they've been dating for a year and Ella turned 18 7 months months ago, and that if they were happy, that's all that matters. I told them they were sick for allowing this, and that he was a predator, but they wouldn't listen to me. I know it's not my business, but I can't help but fear for Ella. She's young and doesn't really know what she's getting into. I'm really scared of her getting married and being unable to leave him when she realizes how sick it was. I then left and I slammed the door, and I've been receiving pretty wild messages and calls since then. I don't know if I was wrong for this and I'm just overreacting, and if I wasn't wrong, I don't know what I can do to make them realize how wrong it is. Am I the a-hole? No, OP, you deserve a round of applause. Yeah, like this comment said, he's a predator, you're right. The most important thing you can do is get her on birth control because he's going to destroy her life. The top comment says, a 35-year-old going after a 17-year-old is ick. It's more than ick. They're too far apart in life experiences to have a relationship based on mutual respect and equality. These types of relationships are usually based on mutual exploitation. He gets a PYT. Does that mean pretty young thing? She gets access to material benefits not usually earned by people in her age group. And that's not a great thing to base a relationship on. I know I'm generalizing and there are cases of true and healthy love between people with this kind of age gap, but my reaction is the same as yours. This probably puts you on the outs with your family, but somebody had to say what you said. Yeah, I feel like that too. Somebody had to say this. This comment says, not the a-hole, but damn, that's a tough situation. It's a valid concern considering the age gap. I can see why you reacted like that. Just be there for Ella if things do go south. That's so not good. 18 years old. Yeah, I know like you're a legal adult. Like you're not really like an adult yet at 18. An 18-year-old has no business anywhere near a 36-year-old. And vice versa too. This comment says, not the a-hole. He's a predator and she's an idiot. You said what needed to be said. Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to say. I was an idiot when I was 18. I feel like everybody is. You don't know anything when you're 18 years old, but you feel like you know everything. That's so not okay. I couldn't imagine dating somebody like a few years younger, like 5 years younger. This grown 36-year-old guy who's going to be 40 before long. And also, what did it say? They got together when she was 17. This guy's going, oh yeah, I'm interested in somebody who's 18 years younger than me. If that's not a red flag, I don't know what is. This comment says, not the a-hole. Somebody needed to say it. What the hell's wrong with her parents that they didn't? Yeah, it's awful that the rest of the family are pretending it's okay. At least you said something, OP. And I'm sure a lot of the family members don't feel like it's okay. I'm sure they just don't want to say anything. So you might have said what some of them are thinking, but also maybe not though, because what did they say? They all accused me of ruining Ella's happiness. That is so wild. What did they even talk about? They can't relate on anything. There are comments saying that OP's a bit of an a-hole for how they said it, and they shouldn't have had like a big outburst in front of everybody. But also, I can totally understand why you did. Like, you can't just stand there and pretend it's okay. It's not. And by the sounds of it, OP was in absolute disbelief. Like, obviously, there was no way that OP could hide how they were feeling. And yeah, the issue here isn't how OP reacted. The issue is that this 36-year-old man got together with OP's 17-year-old niece. Well, when she was 17 and she's now 18. Yeah, they've been dating for a year and Ella's 18 and Ella turned 18 7 months ago, but they've been dating for a year. So they were dating when he was 35 and she was 17. That is not okay. Yeah, like this comment says, not the a-hole. More people need to start speaking up about this grossness. Yeah, I've got no idea what the rest of the family are talking about. Oh, you're ruining their happiness. Are you blind? No, you're not the a-hole, OP. And also, whether or not you're the a-hole, that's not what matters here. The next one that we're going to read is called, Am I the a-hole for laughing at my sister's relationship troubles? So, I, 28 female, have a younger sister, Emily, 25 female, who was with her high school sweetheart Jake since she was 14. They dated all through high school and college, and honestly, they were the epitome of a perfect couple. Jake was always so thoughtful, he'd surprise her with gifts and plan elaborate dates, and he literally lit up whenever she was around. They even talked about getting married. Fast forward to a few months ago, Emily cheated on Jake and broke up with him to be with her affair partner Mark. Since then, she's been complaining to me about how Mark doesn't do any of the romantic stuff that Jake used to do. Come on. Apparently, he doesn't surprise her with gifts, and their dates are pretty lackluster compared to what she used to have with Jake. Last week when I was on the phone with her, she started venting about how she feels unsatisfied in her new relationship. I don't know what came over me, but I just burst out laughing. I mean, she cheated on the guy who literally worshipped the ground that she walked on, and now she's complaining about the new guy not measuring up. It just sounded so absurd to me. Emily got really upset and told me I was being insensitive. I tried to explain that I wasn't laughing at her pain, but it felt like poetic justice given how she treated Jake. Now she's barely talking to me and I'm starting to feel bad. Am I the a-hole for laughing at my sister's relationship troubles when she cheated on somebody who treated her so well? No, OP. Good on you for saying what you said. It is poetic justice. The top comment says, not the a-hole. She destroyed a near perfect perfect relationship to be with somebody who barely cares. She brought this upon herself. It does sound like poetic justice to me too. The comment below that says, not the a-hole, I'm also laughing at your story about your sister. Her karma for cheating on Jake came so fast. Ha ha. Yeah, I feel like this one's pretty simple. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have cheated on them and ruined everything. Come on, this is ridiculous. If it's even real, I feel like it might not be. If it is real, no, you're not the a-hole OP. Like this comment says, talk about the definition of mess around and find out. Yeah, once again, oh my god, actions have consequences? No, I can't believe it. Wow, the next one that we're gonna read. Am I the a-hole for asking my roommate to close the door when she's having the horizontal mumbo? I, 21 female, and my roommate, 28 female, have been living together for about 8 months now, and we get along really well. We've had some issues, admittedly because I'm way messier than she is. I always thought that we had good communication though, and we have seemed to talk it out and reach a conclusion. During these 8 months, my boyfriend, 23 male, has come around to the house many times. Every time he sleeps over, I make sure that she didn't have any problems the night before, and I always ask her if we were being loud. We've never had a problem with him coming over before. Today, my roommate brought over the guy that she's seeing. He's been around a bit, and I don't really mind it usually. Today, however, they came home when I was sleeping. Seasonal depression has me sleeping at 8:30 p.m, and I woke up to the sound of them banging. This has never happened before, and I decided to go outside to give them more privacy, but on my way out, I noticed that their door was wide open. When I got outside, I texted her this: hey, sorry to say this, but can you please shut your door? I can hear everything. I came outside now, but if you can, please. I don't know what I expected, but she simply replied, sorry, I never told you when you were too noisy with your visits. So I immediately felt horrible, and I apologized and said that you could have said something before, and she just says, okay, I try to be more understanding. I didn't mean to embarrass her, but I literally woke up to the sound of them. I just thought that maybe she should shut the door, which she has in the past, but now she says that she can't because of the cat. I think I should have just put on some music and not said anything, but I also didn't think it would be a big deal. And I always thought that she would tell me if and when I make her uncomfortable. My boyfriend said that I'm not in the wrong, but maybe I shouldn't have texted her while they were still doing it. Am I the a-hole? Edit, I've seen a lot of people baffled by the idea of leaving the door open when they're having horizontal mumbo, and I'd have to agree, but I do think it's fair to state that she said that she had to keep the door open because of her cat. If she does shut it, the cat can't walk around or use her litter box, so that's why. Yeah, but you said their door was wide open. No, you're not the a-hole OP. The fact that they're even okay to do that with the door wide open is so weird. If you have roommates and you're doing something like that with the door wide open, what you're doing is not exactly private anymore. Yeah, like the top comment says, not the a-hole. When you're in a shared house, you don't do that with the door open. Simple courtesy. The comment below that says, not the a-hole. Sorry, I never told you when you were too noisy with your visits. You asked her repeatedly, and she told you that you weren't too noisy. Was she lying then or now? Either way, that's not your fault. Also, close the door when you're doing that is basic common sense and basic courtesy. Why on earth wouldn't she? Yeah, and the cat excuse is a load of crap as well. Like this comment says, the cat will survive without the litter box for a few hours. If it's even a few hours, tell her to shut the door. Yeah, what do they mean? Oh, I've got to have the door open for the cat. First of all, I'm pretty sure you don't. Like that comment said, you shutting the door for an hour or so is not going to change anything. And also, if you do have to have the door open, you definitely don't have to have the door wide open. Like no matter which way you look at it, they're in the wrong. That's so wild. You're definitely not the a-hole OP. Oh yeah, I gotta leave the door open for the cat. So what, you want your cat to take a big smelly dump while you're in the middle of doing it with your partner? Like, come on. And yeah, not to mention how rude it is and how weird it is for anybody else who's at the house. Like OP. This comment says, not the a-hole. Everybody deserves a little bit of grace occasionally for getting caught up in the moment and making a little bit too much noise. However, closing the bedroom door shouldn't even be considered a courtesy. It's just what you do when you cohabitate. The fact that you even had to ask her is completely ridiculous. Yeah, you shouldn't have to ask. Like, oh, yeah, can you please shut the door? No, you're not the a-hole OP. That's weird. Almost like the idea that they want other people to hear. No, you're definitely not the a-hole. The next one says, am I the a-hole for refusing my roommate's 11 p.m. shower curfew after she wouldn't move her hour-long makeup routine out of our only bathroom? I, female, share a bathroom with my college roommate, female. This is our second year living together, and we've become friends. Today, I was planning to shower before going out when my roommate went into the bathroom to get ready. She typically spends about an hour in there doing her hair and makeup. I asked her if she could do her hair and makeup in her room instead, since I needed to shower. She refused, saying that she had already claimed the space and her stuff was already set up. After a brief argument where I pointed out that she could do makeup anywhere, while I can only shower in the bathroom, I gave up and said that I wouldn't shower, but said that we should discuss it for the future. She said if we're going to talk about that, we needed to talk about the times a day that I shower. She said that I'm home all day and should shower earlier before she gets home. I do take one less class and I study at home and I work mornings, while she works evenings or studies at the library. She says that she often comes home when I happen to be showering, when I could have done it hours before, and then she has to wait like 30 minutes on me. Then she said that she thinks I intentionally time my bathroom use to inconvenience her. The reality is though, she doesn't have a consistent schedule, so I don't actually know when she's coming home. I shower late because I like to finish my work, walk my dog one last time before bed, and then shower after. Something I want to point out, when she showers before me, I regularly wait over an hour without complaint. 45 minutes in the shower plus 20 plus minutes for skincare or teeth. She claims I time my bathroom use deliberately, citing one time when I texted asking when she'd be home. It was late and I was genuinely curious since we're friends. She replied that she was on the way, which I'd read as I was getting in the shower. In no way did I intend for that to happen, it just did. And I wasn't going to jump out because she was almost home. She's also upset that maybe 6 times in 2 years, I've knocked to quietly use the toilet during her hour-long bathroom sessions. This morning proved my point when I had suddenly and very urgent diarrhea during her post-shower skincare routine. Instead of letting me in, she took an extra 5 minutes and accused me of holding it until she was in the bathroom. She's completely unwilling to budge and insists that I need to change the time of day when I shower so that she doesn't have to wait. When I mentioned that my less than 30-minute showers are much shorter to wait than her hour-long routine, she snapped and said, "We're not putting time limits on the shower, so how should I handle this? Am I the a-hole for asking her to do her makeup elsewhere, since I can only shower in the bathroom, and then disagreeing with her shower schedule?" Edit to add, my average shower times are more like 15 to 20 minutes, and this is the time from when I walk into the bathroom and then walk back out. So including teeth brushing, 30's a bit of an overestimation on days that I'm doing an everything shower. The point was to compare her shower length of time to mine, which is much shorter. I live in an on-campus upperclassman dorm. Housing pretty much won't do room switches unless your life is being threatened, so I'm pretty sure I'm out of luck there. She isn't living with us next year though, so I'll just have to try and see if we can resolve everything so we can get through the year. I'm not too optimistic though. Some people are saying to get a makeup mirror for both of us to use. I've got my own, which is big and it's got lights on it. I offered for her to use it yesterday and she refused. No, you're definitely not the a-hole. That's so frustrating. Like this comment says, not the a-hole. Wow. You need to find a different place to live. She's not your friend. She could easily do her post-shower crap elsewhere, but refuses, and then tells you how selfish you are to take a shower before she gets home. Also, who the hell takes a 45-minute shower? If she needs that long shaving or whatever, she should do it after you. And the top comment says, not the a-hole. Your roommate has things set up the way that she likes it, and is refusing to acknowledge that you can only shower in the shower. She could put on her makeup in any other room in the house because mirrors are movable. Stand by your gun. She's being ridiculous, especially about the timing things to annoy her. You pay your rent and you pay your bills. You have every right to use the facilities when you need to, and that includes when she's doing her pretty princess routine in the mirror. I would never make a friend hold off on diarrhea because I was putting makeup on. I'd even go so far to say that I don't think she's very friendly to you. She seems kinda petty, actually really petty, considering that she's denying use of the toilet. But you're definitely not the a-hole. Yeah, so unbelievably rude. And I feel like that's enough for today. That was such a fun episode, and I hope you guys had a good time today. I've got a really cute, wholesome meme to show you. Bask in sunlight and sleep well at night. Remember your worth, you'll be alright. How beautiful is that? And it's so true. Get sunlight on your skin during the day, sleep well at nighttime, remember your worth, and everything's gonna be alright. Damn right. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful time today. If you did, make sure you subscribe if you want to, and also let me know down below in the comment section. And the comment of the day today goes to Solar Ray. Vincey going, the disrespect, as Jin decides to sit on top of Chia had me cracking up. Yeah, how funny was that? I was laughing so much when I edited the episode. And yeah, in the last episode when I said the disrespect, Jin immediately sits on top of Chia. Like the absolute disrespect. Yeah, I thought that was so funny too. Okay, I'm out of here. Thank you for the support, everybody. I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Make sure you look after yourself and make sure you have a beautiful, amazing rest of your day. And you know what I'm about to say because I say it every single day. Bye!